great looking crowdfunded sci-fi in a fantastic package. Let's look inside. Hey everyone, it is Tom. It's FANzine Live. We are doing crowdfunded zines today. I'm really excited about this one. It's Planet Comics number 5. Now again, as we know, Planet Comics has had a kind of interesting history. This is the crowdfunded edition, the Kickstarter edition of Planet Comics, put out by a group called Wagon Wheel Comics. It is a very nice piece. It is a very nice series, and they've done a really good job with this. But there is another one, Planet Comics, and that would be the one that I actually had a story published in, and that was done by Antarctic Press. With the changes going on at Diamond Comics and the Diamond wholesaling and distributing system, I'm not sure if Ben Dunn and Antarctic Press has continued on with Planet Comics yet. I'm actually working on something for them. Hopefully they are. But we're going to take a look at this one. This is their 5th issue. Congratulations to them on hitting 5. Nice looking book. Full-size magazine, full color all the way through, glossy paper all the way through. I don't know if there's significant... No, I don't think there's much of a difference between the cover stock and the inside, but it's all gloriously printed and very well done. These guys do a nice job. The design... it's okay. This is probably the one area where I really would suggest that if they want to up their game, they could do so. And a little messier, a little amateurish, a little more underground, if you will. Some of the work that's in it is really sharp and looks nice, but I do think they could stand to kind of improve this side of things. Interesting piece to start off with about the last hot dog on Mars. Yeah, he's on Mars, and it's a hot dog, and he's being chased by dogs, so he tears a piece of himself off and throws it to keep the dogs away. And he, of course, has to run from the Martian monsters. Nice artwork, very clean. Cartooning is good. And then we are left with a bit of a cliffhanger. There is a lot of installment-based stuff here, this being one of them. Now, the publisher did a previously in The Old Man and the Sea of Love story here. And then there's another one coming up called Cursed Ground. He did a previously there. So he does do a very wise summary recap so that you can jump in on issue 5 and not be totally lost. So The Old Man in the Sea of Love, and how he survived, how he's choosing to eat some fruit, and he found what could be building a city, a rocket ship. I'm not sure what that is. This is maybe my favorite story. Talk about the vastness of space and how it's been presented here. 2 figures, nothing else. Everything else is black. It's called The Passenger. A whole lot of it is done wordless. Well, I guess, sound effect. The color choices are really good. I mean, when you're out in space, all you have is artificial light, so everything defaults to black. So long story short, this spacesuit is apparently the spacesuit of a person who died, or representation of a spacesuit of a person who died. This person is now the one person left and trying to figure out what to do. It's a really nice piece. And again, that vastness of space. Talk about using the full spread so well. God, that's great. And we got a nice little text piece called Cursed Ground. That was the other continuing piece. Then we go into one called A Tale of the Monuments, kind of a Middle Ages cross with sci-fi. And there's also a bit on the class struggle at the same time. Then Listen Up. Elsie Robinson challenged the status quo to become the most read woman in America. Stuff about the creators. And then we've got one last piece called In the Trenches. Because Planet Comics is in the public domain, every issue has a reprint of a story from the original Planet Comics back in the, 40s? This is very old school sci-fi, and it is kind of fun. And I am thrilled that they have figured out a way, using their full bleeds and whatever digital tools they had to, they're able to get a clean scan of what feels like a vintage book. This is still the same paper. This is still gloss paper, but it reads like an old school comic. In fact, I noticed that they even found close enough to matching color because the Golden Age page wasn't exactly 8.5 by 11. And so to fill in the gaps, rather than leave it white or do black, they tried to find something that wouldn't drag the eye away from the page. Always enjoy reading Golden Age stuff. There's a certain level of freedom and joy in reading that stuff. It's nostalgia for a life long before I was alive. And then lastly, a kind of gag piece about how the moon is a jerk and when all the planets get together to play cards. Nice comic. Planet Comics is on Kickstarter. I believe the 6th issue should be coming out any day now, and they are going to have a piece about the tick. I'll be interested to see how that jives with the sci-fi focus of Planet Comics, but hey, more power to them. So that's what we've got for today here at Crowdfunded Zines at FANzine Live. Why don't you leave a comment? Let me know what you think. Interested in the size, the format, content, the art? Love to hear your thoughts on it. As always, don't forget, like the video, subscribe to FANzine Live, and tell your friends because we want to spread the word about it, a really strong zine like Planet Comics. Simple as that. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is Tom. This is FANzine Live. I will catch you next time.